Hi, welcome to the Peace Studio. In this video, I would like to go over the spiritual roadmap that we are all on. We are part of the cosmic play, and there's a specific roadmap that we are all on, knowingly or unknowingly. We're all trying to get somewhere. So, in a nutshell, I like to use a model that I have and trying to understand the spiritual roadmap. I've been on this roadmap for about 12 years. I have been blessed with the many spiritual deep experiences, and from that, my own experiences, I like to share what I kind of understood. And at the Peace Studio, we do have programs where we help people experience the similar experiences themselves. So first, I like to go over the spiritual roadmap. So we all know that we are formed out of nothingness, which is not really nothingness, but that's the language we use: nothingness, void, unmanifested. We all know or been told that we are consciousness, and we're part of the whole existence. We're part of the universe. So let's go over this model first, and then we'll try to understand practically the difference between each level. So first, we are formed out of nothingness. This whole gray area I'm showing is formless consciousness that we're formed of. We take the body, we are parents, so we do have a physical body. We do speak the right language though, when we say my body, my mind, my feelings. And we're all on a journey to find who that my or me is. And to find that, there's so many techniques, there are so many methods out there which are being used. But first, logically, let's understand this with this model. We have a body which is formed of cells, atoms, and we have energy bodies as well. But then we have mind. Now, our mind is subconscious and conscious. And mind is basically a process. When a child is born, child starts collecting information. First, it's the pictures, it's the parents or the family members. He or she would start recognizing those faces. Then slowly the culture kicks in, the family environment kicks in, and the child starts to follow the same habits that are being followed in that environment. Then the language kicks in, and the schooling and the education, and the mind process keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The problem is we tend to start believing that mind is who we are. We start defending our culture, we start defending our thoughts which are given to us by society. Because when a child was born on the first day, the child didn't have all this information that we have now. So it is given to us, it's not ours. Then we have feelings. Now feelings we are born with, the basic feelings we are born with: sad, happiness, anger and fear. When a child is born, child smiles, child enjoys, child is happy and sad, and child cries. And those feelings are same in everyone. Doesn't matter culture, color, religion. And then there's a real being. Now being, we call it being or the soul or the spirit, whatever we want to call it, but there's a different identity that we have which is beyond body, beyond mind, and beyond feelings. And this whole roadmap is that we're trying to know a real being, who we really are. We came out of the void, of the nothingness, and we're going back into the same level. And then this being has many dimensions or qualities. And those consciousness dimensions are its formlessness, there's no form to it. There's a divine sound which is called, Omkar, Om, Shabad, Nam. There are many names for it. And then there's a divine light, and there's divine taste, divine smell, on and on. There's so many dimensions out there, but the most dominant and the prominent is divine sound. The spiritual teachers of the past have recognized that, and they have talked about all these consciousness qualities or dimensions. And as we know one of these dimensions and we start connecting or start identifying ourselves with that dimension, we start to awaken, or awakening starts to happen. It's not an overnight process, but we are right now identified with the body and the mind. But once a person knows about these dimensions, we start to identify with them, and these dimensions try to pull us. And slowly, with practice, day by day, day by day, day by day, we start to realize who we really are, that we are the soul. And at some point we have the experience of oneness, that the whole existence is one, that we are not, we do not exist. So this whole journey, that coming out of nothingness and going back into the nothingness, is the whole spiritual journey. A person doesn't have to be religious to be spiritual. In fact, I believe being religious is hindrance in these times on our spiritual journey. Being religious is a baggage that slows our journey to self-knowing. At the Peace Studio, we have specific programs to go beyond mind, body, and feelings and start to realize these dimensions.